Assalamu alaikum students. I am your teacher Aisha Anwar. We have been studying about object-oriented programming in C++. This is chapter number 3 from your book. This chapter basically contains the introduction to object-oriented programming. The topic that we are going to study today is escape sequences. First of all, let's discuss what are escape sequences. Escape sequences are basically the special characters that are used to control the output look on the output devices. Basically, we can format our output with the help of escape sequences. These characters are not printed on the screen, but they are used to set the output according to the requirement. And these escape sequences are to be used inside the output statement, that is cout statement. It means we always use escape sequences with the cout statement. An escape sequence begins with this symbol backslash, and this backslash is followed by the code character. We have already discussed it, but you don't know that it is a escape sequence. Now we are going to discuss some examples. After that, it will be clear to you. Basically, the backslashes are used to identify the escape sequences, and these backslashes basically causes an escape from the normal way. So that's why the interpreter of C++ language identify them with the help of backslash. Escape sequences are used for special purpose in programming, such as to begin printing on the next line, to issue a tab, or to print some special characters. Issue a tab means to add 5 spaces. Here is a list of escape sequences that are available in C++. The most commonly used escape sequence is \n. You are already familiar with it. In our previous lecture, during the practical demo, I have used this backslash in different programs. So you must be familiar with this backslash n. This backslash n is basically used to move the cursor to the beginning of the next line. And this is the complete list of the available escape sequences in C++. Like \a escape sequence is used to produce the beep sound. \b is used to move the cursor backward by 1 position. If we want to move our cursor into the beginning of the next line, we use \n. If you want to move the cursor to the beginning of the current line, this \r is used. \t is used to move the cursor to the next horizontal tabular position. Basically, it is used to add 5 spaces, or it is used to add the tab in our text. And similarly, if we want to print \, single quote and double quotes in our output, we will use them in this way. We will put the double \. This will produce a single \/ on the screen. If we put the forward double \, then it will be used as the comment. Make sure this is the \. This \/ and single quote will produce a single quotation mark on the screen, and this \/ with the double quotes will print the double quotation marks on the screen. So these are the simple escape sequences that are used in C++. Now let's go through an example. Here the statement is written like cout, hello there, And in the new line, we have used another statement, cout, my name is James. When these two lines will be executed, its output will be appear like this: hello there, my name is James. Although we have written these two statements separately in two separate lines with the help of two separate cout statements, but its output will be like this in a single line. If we want to print this two statements separately in two lines, then we will have to write it as cout hello there, this backslash n, and then cout my name is James. Now how the output will look like: hello there. With the help of this backslash n, now the cursor is moved towards the into the new line. Then it will print the next message, that is my name is James. So with the help of this escape sequence, that is backslash n, we have formatted our output. Here we can do it on dev C++ just to show you the simple task. Okay, here we can do it as cout, a simple message. This is computer task. Another cout statement, we are using escape sequences, and again semicolon. Now I am going to compile this. Okay, now execute it. Here you can see the output. Although we have used two separate cout statements, but its output is like this in a single statement. This is a computer class. We are using escape sequences. You can see there is no space over here, and these two sentences are written into a single line. Now I am going to put an escape sequence, that is backslash n, at the end of this statement. Now you can see the difference. After running the code, now you can see its output. These two lines are now appearing on two separate lines, these two sentences. This is computer class. Due to this escape sequence backslash n, the cursor is moved towards the next line, and now the second line or second messages appear into a new line. We are using escape sequences. Here let me show you another. Like if I will put this backslash t over here, now you can see the difference in the output. Yes, now run the code. Here you can see the difference. I have put this backslash t between escape and sequences. You can notice these 5 spaces between these two words. So the escape sequence backslash n is used to move the cursor to the new line, and backslash t is used to enter the 5 spaces. In same way, you can try the different escape sequences and share your output screens with me. As I am using this and other new escape sequence to put this backslash on the screen. You can notice that here I have put the double backslash, but first backslash shows that it is an escape sequence, and it will cause to print a single backslash on the output screen. I think now it is more clear to you. Or like this, if I want to put the double quotation marks, I will write it as like this. Now you can notice some changes. Yes, now after compilation, you can see the difference in the output. You can see the double quotes appearing outside the message. We are using escape sequences. These double quotation marks are printed with the help of this escape sequence, this backslash and double quotes. Again, this backslash and double quotes. It means that a single backslash with a single quote will produce only one double quote on the output screen. So simply, the purpose of escape sequence is to format your output. So here is a task for you. You have to apply all the escape sequences and you have to share your outputs with me. You can send me your screenshots. Okay, here are some examples that are related with the input and output handling functions that we have discussed in our previous lecture. They are very much easy. The first example is we have to write a program that reads three integers and prints their sum and product. Here you need to understand the statement. We have to read the three integers. Read means we have to get the values from the users, and then from those integers we have to find out the sum and the product. Here is the program. First of all, in this line, you can see that we have declared the variables of data type integer, x to store the first value, y to store the second value, z is to store the third value, then sum to calculate the sum, and product that will be used to find out the product. Here, first of all, the cout statement is written. This statement will cause this message to appear on the screen. And what is this message? Enter first number. After this message, whatever the value user will enter will be stored in the variable x with the help of this cin statement. Again, the message will appear on the screen. Enter second number. Whatever the value user enter will be stored in the variable y with the help of cin statement. Then again, another message will be appeared on the screen. Enter the third number. The value will be stored in variable z with the help of this cin statement. Now, we have got the three values from the user. After getting the values, we have to perform their addition and their multiplication. So here is a formula for the addition. Sum is equals to x plus y plus z, and in the end semicolon. Then for multiplication, product is equals to x multiplied by y multiplied by z. This statement again ends with the semicolon. Here you need to notice the multiplication symbol, that is the star x symbol. You don't have to put the cross mark or the X mark for the multiplication. It will give you syntax error. Now we have to print out the sum and product on the screen. So here are the two statements. First cout statement is used to print out the sum on the screen, and the second cout statement will display the product on the screen. So when this program will be executed, it will ask from the user to enter the first number, second number, and the third number. Whatever the number user will enter, their sum and product will be calculated. It is a very simple example. You can simply execute it with the help of dev C++. Here is another example from your book. We have to write a program that reads the base and height of a triangle and prints its area using floating point values. Here, first of all, understand the requirements. The program should read the base and height. So it means we have to get the values for the base and height from the user, and we have to find out the area by using floating point value. So it means we will be declaring the variables of the data type float. Here is the simple program. We have declared the variables of data type float. Float means user can enter the value with the decimal points like 13.5 or 40.8 or something like that. We have used three variables: base, height, and area. We have to name the variables according to the rules that we have already discussed in our previous lectures. First of all, a message will be displayed on the screen. Enter the base. The value entered by the user will be stored in the variable base with the help of this cin statement. Again, another message will be displayed on screen. Enter the height. The user will enter the value and this value will be stored in the variable height. Now we have to calculate the area. The formula to calculate the area of a triangle is 1 by 2 multiplied by base into height. So here base into height divided by 2. Now this last cout statement will print out the results or the area into the output screen. Now let's execute this simple example in dev C++. Okay, let me close this project and open a new one. I have to create a project. Select console application. Name it as area of triangle. Using namespace std. Okay. Let's start our program. Cout enter height. For this message we have to declare the list of the variables that we are going to use in our program. We will get the value of base, height, and area. We are going to use these three variables in our program. First of all, we will get the value for base from the user. The value that will be entered will save in the variable base. Now another message for the user: enter height. Now we have to read the value, so we will be using cin statement. Enter height. Now area is equals to base into height divided by 2. Now see out the area of a triangle is equals to area. Now let's compile. But before compile, let me use some escape sequences for the better readability of the output. Okay, now compile this code. So let's wait for the compilation. Now I'm going to run. Now you can see the output. Enter base. I have to enter a value for the base. 4.6. Enter height 1.4. So here is the result. The area of a triangle is equals to 3.22. You can also try this example. It is a very easy example. Okay, now let's move towards the very next topic from your book, endl and setw, or end line and set width manipulators. These manipulators are also used to format the output. And L manipulator has the same function as the backslash n escape sequence, because it also causes to move the cursor into the next line. For example, the output of this line, C out backslash n, I am a student, will be same as by using the end L. We write end L outside these double quotation marks, and you can see out I was born in 2001. When these two lines will be executed, you can see there is no backslash n character over here after its end, but we have simply written endl. Due to this endl, this line will be appeared into the next line. The output will be like this: I am a student, full stop. The next message is appeared in a new line, that is, I was born in 2001. It has the same purpose as backslash n, but the only difference is this backslash n is used inside these quotation marks of cout statement, but endl manipulator is written outside these double quotation marks. The next one is set width manipulator, and it is used in output statement to set the minimum field width. For example, here is a code. When this code is run with the setw manipulator, you can see the output. The output is adjusted to the right line, and it can adjust the output up to the 10 characters, because we have mentioned the 10 with in the uh, these parentheses. And if this manipulator is not used over here, the output will appear like this. It will align from this point, not from this point. according to the mathematics, we have to write the unit place over all other unit places, then tens, hundreds, and then thousands. So we have to align them, and to adjust this alignment, we use setw manipulator, and you can pass the different parameters or the values for the adjustment within this bracket. Here I am again going to show you it with the help of a example that I have already typed. Let me show you. I've already practiced it, so I'm just going to use that example. Yes, you can see that I have written these two lines and set W manipulator with some value. Now you can see its output. As you can see that uh, the letters are adjusted over here, and the spaces in between them are automatically added by the compiler to adjust the output like this. Here you need to notice that we have used another header file for these manipulators. We have used a header file iomanip to use this setw or endl. You can see that I have also used the endl manipulator over here. Due to this endl, this message for this line is appearing into the new statement. Again, you can notice the output. Because of this endl manipulator, this line is appeared, or this message is appeared into the new line instead of appearing into the same line. So to use these manipulators, you have to use the header file iomanip. Now here is a list of some commonly used header files with their basic purpose. The most commonly used header file is iostream.h, and we have already discussed that it provides the basic input and output operations such as cin and cout statements. Then conio.h is used for the console applications. We use this header file to basically include the get che functions in our program. Then math.h header file is used for basic mathematical operations such as square root, power, and there are so many others. Then string.h header file is used to manipulate the strings. For example, string compare, string copy, and we will study these functions in chapter number 5, that is arrays. Then iomanip.h, it provides the manipulator functions, input, output, manipulators. Manip is short for manipulators, and we use setw, set precision, and endl manipulators by using this header file. Then time.h header file is used to provide the date and time operations in our programs. You should know these header files from objective point of view. They are important. So that's all for today. If you are having any confusion, you can send me your queries. The task for you is to apply the escape sequences, and you have to share your output with me. Thank you.